Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to another Xfinity 3 fastest map on StarCraft Brood Wars Remastered. We're going to go ahead and jump into a replay number 287 today. Pretty long replay, it's about 45 minutes. We've got 4 Terran, a Zerg, and a Protoss, so we'll see which Zerg and Protoss, which one makes the difference. We'll go ahead and jump into this. I'm one of those Terrans, so we'll see what kind of difference I make as well, either good or bad. Let's go ahead and check out the teams. Team number 1 in the top left corner, we've got Zangetsu, the blue Terran. Across the way, in the top right corner, we've got John Redcord 1129. Oh, excuse me. Down here, we've got Snowshake, the purple Protoss. So Protoss, Terran, team number 1. Let's check out team number 2. Team number 2, in the bottom right corner, we've got 5N A-Hole, the brown Zerg. Then over here we've got Eli Wiley, the teal Terran, sorry. And then over here we've got Mad Style Z, the red Terrans. We've got Terran Zerg versus Terran Protoss. So we'll see which one of these guys ends up being the difference maker. We'll go ahead and get things sped up a little bit, since this is a little bit faster of a game. We'll watch this in 2K speed for a little bit. Let's go ahead and check out the APM as we look at Red and what he's doing. We see that Brown actually is at the highest APM right now with 160. Purple at about 120 APM. Over here, he's getting quite a bit of gateways going early on. And then everyone else below about 80. So, looks like it'd be a pretty even game. So we'll see what ends up happening. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out what everyone's doing. We see that Teal's got the bunkers, plus a bunch of, might smash near. Got a bunch of bunkers with a lot of barracks behind it. He's saying go somewhere. He's got no units. Why is he screaming go, go, go? Alright, anyway, so Red sending units. Not quite sure where. We've got a little wall off going. Alright, looks like Red is going to attack Orange, so that'll be the first assault. He's going after that supply depot so he can walk right into the back line of my base. In the meantime, Purple is going after Brown. Or it looked like Teal was helping. Or someone was helping Purple. Alright, so Purple putting some pressure here. I've got this bunker right here, but these guys are positioned in a really, really bad spot for me. They're going to be able to walk right through and into my base. I'm also supply blocked at the moment. So here are these SCVs that are just sitting there for the taking. And they are getting absolutely destroyed. Alright, here comes the Marines. Oh, and the SCVs, they're going to make sure that they're alive here. Alright, so so I decided to send a bunch of them there. Alright, so that's really going to put me back. I get the wall off going again. These zealots are not going to be able to get out. That's pretty funny. And this bunker is still here, but it's a really bad start for Orange / me. Alright, here comes Blue trying to go around what Red's got. But Red has got a lot of units. Saying, are you going to come help me? And I think they're probably doing the best they can. Alright, so a lot of... Wow, so they're just saying, you're alive, man. Like, what are you complaining about? Alright, anywho, another great teamwork display here. Alright, so here is Blue getting on top of this production. You can get definitely some SCVs. And the 14 workers. Where Zangetsu's got 29, so they're down to 11 now. Oh, he's really having a hard time stopping them now. I don't know what happened to Red. He had plenty of units. finally cleans up that attack. Alright, so Teal now here to help. There's some more zealots down here. Should be fine to clean this up. You know, you'll lose a few guys, but... Alright, so Red, I don't know how he got sort of caught unaware there, but he did. And now here's Purple sort of keeping Red contained, which you can't like to see. Uh-oh, and here is Purple with more units to sort of bully him. So here comes Zangetsu. He's going to run into a bunch of cannons that he does not want to see. In the meantime, we've got another command center coming. Really slow going for me. I'm really embarrassed to say. Alright, so here is Purple. Starting to get a little bit of macro going. He's also trying to put a lot of pressure. Alright, now we've sort of left Brown alone, so Brown is starting to get pretty strong, as you can see down here. Got the Hydralisk Den, got the Evolution Chamber. So, that being said, let's go ahead and check out the upgrades while we're looking at Brown. You see Brown getting a lot of his Hydralisk upgrades going. We see Orange getting some infantry upgrades, and then siege ability from Red, which is going to be big for him. So we'll see what's going to go on here. Alright, so Purple continuing this wall off here. Oh, now Purple has snuck his way into the back end of this guy's base. Oh my goodness, this is horrible. Alright, so here comes Orange to try to help with this. Oh, no, I'm coming in to try to finish this guy. Alright, so Purple, right as Red is sort of stabilizing and maybe getting himself in a place where he can stop this, here comes extra support and help. This tank is like really important to what this guy's got going on right now. He needs to oh, he doesn't repair it. He had two guys right there to repair it. Here comes a bunch of Marines in. Blue's got tanks here to help. Alright, so now I'm starting to get my factories going, so at least I'm going to be respectable here in a second. Alright, here comes Stimpack. And we are really crushing down on Red. This poor guy. Just doing everything he can to survive. And Teal not really going to help him too much. He's got units that could help him. Brown not really doing anything to help him. They're just going to say, okay. Alright, so he does have a fire bat in there. That does a pretty good amount of damage. These cannons now are getting built right on top of this production. Now the bunker goes down. Here's Blue with a few more cannons. Oh, this is just such a siege. So we're going to go ahead and speed this up. So Red finally going to sort of abandon this base and go down to Teal. In the meantime, Brown moving out. He destroys what's in front of that guy's base. And now he comes for Purple. This is bad news for Purple. In the meantime, getting a bunch of factories, trying to get myself going. So Purple now, all of a sudden, in dire straits. Hopefully Blue can get there. He's saying OJ help Perp, and I have absolutely nothing to send to really help at all. Yeah, I was going to say, I think Blue. Yeah, and Brown. It was kind of funny that he just took all that time. Alright, so Blue now cutting off all these reinforcements. Red leaves the game. These tanks are just going to wipe out anything that comes in, but we're not going to be able to get anything that's coming already. We're not going to be able to help it with anything that's already there. Alright, so we're trying to move in to save this guy. Things are looking mighty dire. Oh, here come the lurkers as well, which you never like to see. I do have a Comstat station now. Alright, the lurkers are starting to get taken out, actually. And there's tanks everywhere. This guy does have one base left. We're trying to get... Oh, I was trying to get those guys the last bit of value that they had. Alright, here come the Comstat shots. Oh. And we're starting to get on top of stuff. Starting to fight them back. There's still so much happening there. In the meantime, just trying to send everything I can down there. Purple going over to build over in this base now. Blue got himself a nice little solid, small but solid base. Starting to get my factories going. Alright. Purple continuing this assault. This lurker is going to get taken out, not before it gets 6 kills. Alright, so I think all the rest of the lurkers are out. We're moving in, taking out the rest of these Hydralisks. Looks like he's getting some kind of drop maybe set up. He's getting a lot of lurkers. Alright, here comes Teal. Teal is really trying to get his way. Find his way. Anyways. Alright, so here we go. Science facility or science vessel for Blue. Uh-oh, it's going to walk right into those Hydralisks. Oh, be careful, science vessel. Oh, no! So just say thanks. Oh, man, so he brings in a bunch of Mutalisks with a bunch of Lurkers. Oh, man, what a play here. And these Mutalisks are just going to absolutely murder these tanks. Alright, so the Lurkers are there. Trying to push in on them while we have sight on them, and oh, there goes the sight. Alright, so we're gonna have to sort of switch up and get out some Goliaths now. I don't think I have an armory yet. I'm in just Micro City at the moment, probably. Alright, so here comes Brown attacking Blue now. Blue does have some Goliaths with +1 attack, and he does have enough tanks that these lurkers should be able to be taken out. Oh, he did take out the science vessel though. Alright, takes out those. So this is going to be a pretty hard break here for either one of these guys. In the meantime, Purple getting his base go back up and going. I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. Got a big traffic jam there. Alright, so we continue to bring in units. Brown's got Mutalisks. Getting out more Mutalisks. We might be seeing I'm fine counter. Close Brown. Okay. I like that call. Alright, so I'm moving all my units into Blue. In the meantime, I'm getting a lot of Goliaths out with a couple of tanks. Alright, so here I go. Going to Brown's entrance while he's getting Mutalisks up. He could very easily come in and attack me, which is what he's about to come and do. I do have a bunch of Goliaths coming up and some Marines. In the meantime, I'm attacking him. I wonder if that takes his attention. Here come the Guardians. Alright, so here comes the move in on Brown. There are a lot of tanks here, but not enough things to support it. We're just going to get absolutely destroyed by these Mutalisks and Guardians. So him switching up to these is really good. This guy who was yelling at his teammates earlier in the games was left alone and got really strong and is just taking over this game. Here come the Guardians, and as I see that, hopefully I'm going to react. Here they come. He's got all of these. Oh, here comes a big drop from Blue. This could be big. Alright, he's getting ready to attack. Brown's getting ready to attack me, and while that's happening... Oh boy, here we go. I hope I don't move out too much because this is about to be really bad. Alright, so here comes the attack from Brown on me. In the meantime, here comes a big drop from Blue. He's trying to do it, but he got sort of caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Is he going to be able to pull it off? And he gets a lot of units down there. And out. And the thing is, can he get the shots on the production of Teal? That's what he really wants to do, and he does. They're down to 8 workers. So that big drop does its job. In the meantime, here's Orange coming in on me. I don't have enough vision, so these Goliaths aren't getting the shots that they need. He's trying to come in and help me. I don't know if I have the upgrade. I don't have the upgrades on the Goliath range yet. It comes in right now. My goodness, is it coming at a time where I need it? My goodness. Okay, so trying to survive. Here come more Goliaths. I do have a lot of them, and they're coming in at quite the clip. Oh, here comes Zerglings, though. Alright. In the meantime, that drop continuing to just decimate Teal from the inside out. I don't know what Teal's doing at the moment. Alright, Blue now sending some Goliaths in to try to clean this up. Just really world-class guy. Playing the game Zenitsu style. Alright, so he does clean up most of these Guardians. Alright, here's a few coming in on that command center. I'm supply blocked now because I had all of my supply depots right over there, so this is going to be bad. Alright, so here he comes. He's taking out these last few guys. Hopefully I'll start making there comes some supply depots. So now some Goliaths should hopefully be coming out soon. Brown continuing to come in. These Zerglings are going to be pretty good against the Goliaths, but the Goliaths are upgraded to attack, so. Alright, here comes some of my own Goliaths. Alright, in the meantime, Purple... Oh no, Purple is getting himself going, and now here comes Brown attacking Purple, so now Blue is going after Purple. Teal getting himself back up and running. It's a pretty crazy game that's going on right now. Alright, so Blue... He's got another drop that he's going to get ready to put in here. It's kind of the backbreaker. Alright, here comes Brown in to attack me and finish me off. In the meantime, Blue coming in on Teal. Teal's able to clean most of that up. I don't know if that was worth, like, just even the money and resources that they spent using it. Alright, so here comes Teal and Brown to finish me off. I'm flying over to Blue. I should really fly over to this base right here. Alright, in the meantime, Blue moving in on Brown and Teal. This is a crazy battle that's going on here. So a lot of Guardians. He's getting a Radiate on all of them. So these ones are all really low. It's just going to take a few shots. But he runs out of Goliaths. The last few Goliaths of mine are popping out. Alright, here is Purple with some Reavers. Alright, so Brown trying to move in and finish off Purple, but it's going to be really hard. Especially with Reavers popping out. Looks like he might be trying to do Reaver drops and just helping with Corsairs, or using the Corsairs. Alright, so Brown continues to just put all kinds of pressure. Browning out. He's playing Zerg really, really beautifully. Just mixing things up, keeping us on our toes. Not allowing us to get sort of comfortable with anything. Alright, you have these Reavers. In the meantime, I'm just sort of flying around. Alright, yeah, Brown stops me from building over there. Alright, continuing to send units in on purple. I should look to get some Dragoons out. I think those would probably be pretty money right now. Instead, he seems pretty persistent with getting these Corsair / Reaver plays going. Alright, Brown continues the assault. Man, oh man, this is absolutely wild. Alright, so we'll just continue to see how this goes. Brown got 3 3s on all of his stuff. 3 3s are about to come in for blue. So it's basically down to like blue versus brown. Blue sort of pushing in here. Here comes purple trying to do some kind of drop. Alright, so while this is going on, brown, or purple, looking to do some kind of Reaver drop on blue, and this would be devastating. Can he get it? And he does! Oh, what a play by purple! He's still got 32 workers somehow. Which is crazy after hitting right on top of the mineral line. And these Reavers are doing all kinds of damage. Oh, he goes right back and hits him again! So he keeps building drones, but those Reavers did all kinds of damage. Unbelievable resolve there by purple to make those plays happen while he sort of was knocked out of the game. Comes back, and now we're going to see maybe he can get one on teal. I don't know why he doesn't go right in on their base. Alright, so the Wraiths are sort of keeping him at bay. Oh, that was a good shot. He's back down to 19 workers to 16 workers to 11. Oh, so purple doing all kinds of damage. Alright, here comes orange, trying to get myself going here. In the meantime, blue has just been using everything in his power to hold off. Oh no, and purple leaves! So out of nowhere, purple just leaves the game. But he does the damage that he might have needed to do to just before that happened. Alright, so, I mean, immediately he's back up to 47 workers. So he immediately recovered from that. That did take him a minute. And now teal is really, really hurting. Blue should be able to walk in and just finish this guy off. In the meantime, can I make any kind of contribution to this game? We'll see. Alright, so here come these Goliaths. He's trying to just move in on production. Alright, there we go. He gets the comp stat, and that's all I think teal had to really offer. In the meantime, Brown getting himself prepared to make like this final assault on blue. Which, my goodness, if there's 45 minutes left in this game, there's probably still a lot of stuff to be happening. See, if I were myself, I really wouldn't show right now. I wouldn't send units. Because that just makes him know that I'm alive. I think I should get strong, build some tanks, and then make myself be known. Oh, purple leaving was just a bummer and a half. Made some just killer plays. Alright, so that's pretty much it for teal. In the meantime, brown, lurkers for days. He just destroys blue's whole army. Alright, so blue, getting himself back up and going. He's saying win. We certainly are trying to win. Nice try, blue. Alright, so here I come. Here's brown, seeing them alive. Alright, so I'm contributing now. The problem, I think, is going to be detection. Alright, so I got a couple of tanks going. I'm unfortunately fighting through a lot of purple stuff. It's making it harder for me to build units. Alright, so he's got Dark Swarm there. He's certainly going to sort of try to stall as much as he can. I don't think, again, teal is going to be able to do much of anything. think if I find a way to just be effective enough that I could sway. I mean, I'm getting a lot of Marines out, so those would certainly be helpful. Oh, they're going after the science vessel with the Scourge. It's really smart. Alright, here come all the lurkers. There are a lot of Marines to support all of this. Here comes Blue with a drop, perhaps. No, I think he's just sending those to be destroyed. Alright, these lurkers continuing to do all kinds of damage. I think Blue's sensing that he can move sort of past all of this. Alright, Blue making some nice moves inside. Getting some tanks to join my merry army of Marines. The tank is down, so he's got two lurkers in the corner there being protected by Dark Swarm. Alright, here comes some more lurkers. This one just walking kind of up. Trying to get past everything, and it doesn't. There's a battle cruiser from Teal. I don't know how he's getting those out. Oh, I guess he had enough money to maybe build one. So one battle cruiser to help protect everything. Alright, here comes Brown saying everything that he can right now. Here comes a Dark Swarm. Here's this one battle cruiser. And it is immediately dead. Alright, in the meantime, I don't think Brown quite knows what he needs to do here. He's got Dark Swarm, so he could make a... He could hold here, but lots of units coming out. Here come Goliaths and tanks for me. Let's see if we got a Comstat station here. That'd be really great. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Alright. So we're keeping a lot of pressure on this guy. He's surviving with Dark Swarm. Here he comes with the Zerglings. This guy's playing a really incredible game as the Zerg. I mean, it's pretty much been 3-on-1 almost the entire game for him. But has not stopped him at all. Alright, here comes Blue moving in with his army. Here comes my little army of Marines. The special units right here. Special Forces. Red Corn Special Forces right there. Let's see how long they live for. Alright, in the meantime, more lurkers coming out. He's continuing to just pressure with Zerglings, with Defilers, Hydralisks. He's making this near impossible, and that special force is dead. Here comes another special force. Alright. The pressure continues. Here's Brown with a big bunch of Zerglings and lurkers. Oh, here's Blue putting pressure over on this side. I thought he should have just got after some of those overlords. Alright, here's Blue again. Pressuring. Here comes some units from over here. He's got like flank hatcheries over here, which is pretty cool. He continues to press in with Dark Swarm. I'm continuing to build, but this is really getting very difficult. You know, it would be nice to work to expand. It looks like that's what Teal's trying to do, and I'm trying to do. At least I'm contributing units. Alright, here we go. Continued pressure. Here comes some Ultralisks. Now they're pressuring through. Oh my goodness, this is getting just so wild. And Blue is just completely committed to this mech build. Not even fully upgraded yet. He can get more. Alright, here are these lurkers. He sends more Scourge to take out the science facilities. I mean, this guy is crazy. Brown is just never say die. Wow. All right, here's blue. All right, they're making a good push here. Here's more Ultralisks. A lot of tanks coming in. More Goliaths. The Dark Swarm continues to just be so devastating. I hear more of Ultralisks. Here's some tanks over on this side. Here's blue sending more Scourge across. Or brown sending more Scourge across. Blue with just so many Goliaths. Just trying anything. Alright, here comes a Valkyrie. Oh, that goes away. Alright, I would love to just see battle cruisers come out and put all my money and time into building battle cruisers. Alright, here comes some Goliaths. Or I mean some Guardians on top of the Goliaths. Oh, they're irradiated. Man, this is just a crazy game. Back and forth we go. And it's really hard for the Zerg when the mech comes out. I mean, it's just so much pressure. Here he is with more Zerglings. There's the Dark Swarm to take out everything underneath of it. Oh my goodness, look at this. Just never-ending assault. Here comes some Fire Bats. Interesting tech switch there. Or unit switch. Actually really like that play. Now, here come a few Wraiths. So we'll go as far as Wraiths, but we won't go battle cruisers. I mean, with the money that I have, I could probably build like a few starports and start getting them out. It would take me a while, but I think it would be more useful than Wraiths. Alright, so here we go. Continuing just never-ending assaults here. I mean, look at this assault. There's so many units just coming in on him endlessly. And he's trying everything he can to stop this, but it's just so much. Here are the Fire Bats getting in, doing their damage. More tanks. He's trying to go take out those tanks on the side. Here comes some Goliaths to take out the Guardians. More Zerglings coming in. More Guardians. Here comes some Wraiths. I mean, just crazy, crazy battle going on between blue and brown with a sprinkling of orange. And here's a bunch of lurkers that snuck through. It's killing all of blue's production as he sends stuff down. And we're almost to battle cruisers. I'm seeing it, I'm sensing it. Alright, here come these Wraiths. They're actually doing a really good job taking out these Guardians. But here come all these Zerglings. They're coming all the way around here to take out these tanks. Here comes more Guardians. Science facilities doing what they can do. Blue now having to take the time to take out these lurkers. Those do all kinds of damage. Alright, now here comes blue, or brown. Taking over the center for the first time in a while. Alright, here are some cloaked Wraiths. Here comes a bunch of Hydralisks. He's just pushing with the Hydralisk. And he finally just... Oh, and he comes in with a bunch of science facilities. Oh my goodness. Before the game ends, let's check that out. I mean, what a crazy game back and forth. And I guess it ended with him coming in the science vessels and using a radiate. Wow, what a game. Alright, so we're sort of just flipping our way through all of this. We're finding our way to where we can see that play happen. Because that was the game-ending play. It's worth sort of flipping back through everything. Alright, so this big battle's going on. Here it comes. Alright, he had a bunch of science vessels that he made. We started getting those out. And wow, blue... Yeah, he was sort of... Brown was sort of pushing out. He had 47 workers. Here he goes with the play. Radiate right on top of the production. He could do it. He did it into so many places where there was no way they were going to be able to recover from that. And he still has 33 workers after that, but he was about to get pushed in again on. He was going to get pushed in again. So, finally makes it happen. And just as the battlecruiser is about to come out, so I was able to recover pretty decently, but that is all she wrote, folks. So, what a crazy game. I don't know what's still going on. I think we're just like going to probably go kill what Teal has left. Yeah, that's true. If Purple hadn't left, we probably could have been finishing that a little bit faster, but a crazy game nonetheless. That guy Zangetsu was pretty crazy. He killed 1,976 units. That's crazy. And this guy made 2,481 units. That is a wild game. A lot of resources, especially for Brown. He did a really good job. All right, well, thank you for joining me. I'm glad I could get that one in. This was like a special late night game, but man, that was a crazy one. So thanks for joining me for that one, but have a good rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you on the next replay.